Hey data fans, Reed here. Today I am beyond excited to demo to you yet another artificial intelligence feature to come out inside of Power BI Desktop. The new anomaly detection feature is something that can be added from the Analytics tab, and after setup will automatically detect values that fall outside of expected ranges, providing very insightful information on what might be influencing some unexpected changes in your data. So let's hop into Power BI Desktop and get started. So right off the bat, I want to mention that I've loved anomaly detection so much that I've included it in an update to my Google Analytics report. So in the description of this video, you'll find a link to my file store page, which also has an embedded report where you can play around with the report with the anomaly detection that I'm about to demo. And I've used bookmarks to actually be able to allow us to toggle between a line chart with a forecast value to an anomaly. So I'm going to go ahead and select anomaly and then walk us through the anomaly detection and how to add that from the analytics pane. And it's already been added for demonstration purposes, but I'm going to go ahead and click on one of these little dots that I see here at the top. Notice that in my tooltip, we have expected value, expected min value, and expected max value. So that's where an anomaly occurred, where it is above the threshold of what it expected. And you can also see, if I move my mouse away from here, you can see a faint line around all of the lines that's basically the range that it is expecting. So if I click this, it opens up a pane over here on the right where you can see the line as a representation of the visual that I have on the page, and it also has below it possible explanations. And the great thing too is there is natural language here at the top explaining what was the expected value and whether or not it was unexpectedly high or unexpectedly low. And we can see here that page title is creating a slicer pop-out window. That's what it thinks of as a possible explanation, with an 80% likelihood that this is the primary reason that it was unexpectedly high. And I'll also say from experience of just knowing my website data, this is very true because that video is one of my most popular videos on YouTube, and occasionally I get spikes where a lot of people watch that video and come to my website. So it's really great that this was automatically able to detect that, identify that, explain it in plain English to me, and also show other possible influencers as well. You can even get some other really awesome insights down here about what cities and states and continents are. By the way, I configured all of these and we'll go through those in a second, but I just absolutely love this feature. And if you want to know more information, there are some tooltips where you can hover over this. It will help explain what it's showing you, plus a learn more button to take you to some Microsoft documentation. So let's go ahead and set this up. I'm going to close this window. I'm going to make sure I select the actual visual inside of this group. There we go. Come over to the analytics pane, close the trend line, scroll down. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and delete the anomalies, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to add this. Delete that. Select add. Now, first thing you'll notice is that a little warning icon shows up next to forecast. So you cannot have a forecast line and an anomalies range at the same time. So you have to pick one or the other, which is one of the reasons that I created the toggle for both of these. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. There we go. And just like the forecast line, you can give this any name that you want. So I'm just going to call this anomalies. There we are. And notice right now that I only have one anomaly detection on my page. If you change the sensitivity to make it more sensitive, meaning higher, so I'm going to change that 80, select apply. That decreases the range of expected values, meaning the range is now narrower, so more anomalies might start to show up. So it depends on how sensitive you want this. A higher number will mean more anomalies will potentially show up. A lower number will mean less. And you also have an option to explain by. So any data fields from your model that you drag in here will then show up as part of the explanation. I previously had my geography data in there, my page title, and a bunch of others. So that gives you the option where you can open your fields list. Just as an example, I can come in to geography, open up my hierarchy. I could add continent, country, state, and city. There we go. And click apply. And now if I click on any of these anomalies, as an example, this one again, you can see that all the possible explanations are being explained by the explained by fields in this well. And this works very similarly to the key influencers visual, where you can choose how to explain by selecting the fields that you want to put into this well, allowing for a lot of customization on what insights you want being derived from where you choose in the model. Scrolling down again, you also have an option to choose the anomaly shape. Let me go ahead and close this window again. There we go. And the size, a few other formatting options for color, how you want the range style to be, so fill, whether or not that range in here, which is a little hard to see with the number of data points, but if I change that to line, it no longer fills it in, it's just going to have a clear line around all of these. And then, if you don't want to show the range at all, you can turn on none. Personally, I think the fill looks just fine. and then a few other things for both how much transparency you want in that fill range and what the actual color should be too. But as you can see, setup is super quick and easy, and it adds a ton of value. And I think it is a great way to immediately pull out key insights from your data. So this and many other AI-powered visuals and add-ons into Power BI, I think are leaps and bounds ahead of what we could do even 3, 4, or 5 years ago, even 12 months ago. So highly encourage you to use this. It adds a ton of value to a lot of reports, as long as you have enough data to supply it to be able to actually make predictions. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, or share this video. Plus, if this is your first time to my channel, or you want to see more of these awesome videos, please click that subscribe and notification button. So until next time.